Look at Ego. Get Ego. Ego's harassing Stan.
They saw me put this tug in.
Oh, he's like, you got that toy.
You want this?
Like a little bit, not really.
I want that tug.
Ego.
So whenever you're working with a dog, you got to use that high value paycheck. And for Ego, this is that high value. So what does he know already? Sit. He knows sit, right?
Yeah.
And stay. You're working on stay.
Yeah.
All right. So show me.
Sit. Stay.
Whatever release command you're gonna have.
Free.
So it's very important whenever you're working with a dog, you give them clear boundaries that they're supposed to be in. So with the stay command, you're gonna start it with the sit, stay, and then eventually you can take out the word stay once he understands it. So this time, just tell him sit, and then do the same thing. So he's gonna get him active, get him interested. Yep.
Sit.
And he should remain in that sit until told to do something else. If you say the F word,
Work.
or the W word. And that's what you're setting up parameters that he has to be in to win that reward there.
Sit. As I said, I like a good sit for my dogs. Stay is new to me. I don't need him to stay. A lot of times I do need him to recall. And recall just means sometimes come back to me. Every time, realistically, come back to me. And past that, I've really never done too much. Coco, to be clear, she knew down. If I told her down, she knew speak. If I said speak, she'd run up a tree. If I sent some up a tree, I could get her to do anything. That was the dog. I was like, I'm about to push this one. So I had a blast. Past that, you got 12 dogs. You got to pick and choose. Ego's a dog for us who helps us teach because he's inspiring. So I'm like, let's push him a little bit further. Take him down that road of really tightening him up because he can do everything for the most part.
So the thing about stay is it going to come in handy because I'm never personally going to leave my dog in a stay when I'm in public or anywhere like that, but I will have the windows down in my car and I need him to stay in the car. It was funny, the other day I had Boots out at the park and I'm playing with him. I hear Rocco going off in the car, right? And I walk him back to the car and he's halfway out the back window and I did not leave any windows down. So I didn't know how the hell the window rolled down. But he knew he was supposed to stay in that car. And he was literally halfway out looking like, oh, let me go. And all I said was free. He jumped out, came to me, got his reward. But you want to make sure that dog understands what that stay means because, again, if he would have jumped out, gone looking for me, he could have got hit by a car, got into a dog fight. There could have been a lot of things that would have went wrong that I would have not liked. But that's where that stay is going to come in handy very much.
Put this up real quick. So one of the things too, you see where he goes at?
Use it, baby. He wants that attention. Nah. Nope.
Hey, get out. He likes to bite, which is why I tell you this. Once you figure out what's the main driver for your dog, I work there last. That's the last thing, because like if you bring a ball out for Tron, he don't know, he can't think straight. His mind's gone. But if you get like about a handful of these liver treats,
I'd be like Liver King, huh?
hey, I'm just a king.
So yes, it is important that you do
and mind you,
high value reward as in the tug, but you also want them to work for a lower value thing because they're going to be in a lower state of mind you can teach.
And right now he's in a heightened state, so he's like, I don't know if I want that or this. Which one is it? Here you go. Sit. He's looking for the toy. Hey, so what's the trick to getting your dog to stay down?
So,
or even get him to stay down or go down because you like say down.
So you get them into the point where they understand the down position, and then you can tell them to stay so they know they're supposed to stay in that down position and then release them.
Sit.
Then it starts, you add more duration while they're in the down position.
Stay. Free.
So he starts knowing, okay, I'm supposed to remain in this position. How you get the down, you have to teach that. So we can use things. See your leash?
Oh, my bad. Teaching. Get my handful. I get my pocket full of treats.
So what we can do on things,
Hey.
So on things like this, where he likes, you can tell him down, down.
See, that's the thing. He'll do it for a treat under duress. So that's what
down. Nope. Down. Come on.
See?
Oh.
That right there though.
Down. Stay.
There we go. Look at Stan. Stan the real dog. I would say the N word, but I'm gonna try to watch my mouth.
Out.
That ball ain't gonna do that for him, buddy. That's the only thing you wanna do is bite.
You don't care about the squeaks
At all. Out.
All right. So show him that down motion, and I'll use the leash to correct.
Down. 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 Down.
Come on.
Down. Down, boy. Hey, down. Down.
Yes. Oh, you got distracted.
Kids.
Yep. So
That's a good thing though. It's not a bad thing. For sure.
So try it one more time.
Sit. Now, walk them through the popping on the leash and what we're doing here. What's the difference between this and, scoot up, too far away. What's the difference between this, the popping, and an e-collar, if you would, or a prone collar?
I mean, it's the same concept. You're going to use the tools the same way. It's just less intense. And from my understanding and my experience, dogs get very collar smart. So they know when they have certain collars on and when they don't. So you want to get these repetitions in with something that you're going to have on your dog all the time, unless you're always going to have the e-collar on or the prong collar on. But I'm always going to have my voice, so I want my voice to be more powerful than those tools. So we're conditioning him whenever he hears that to get into that down position, and the faster he gets there, the faster he gets his reward. So then he's going to start learning that when the down word is said, to do that action to get whatever reward it's going to be.
Now let me ask you this. Also, if you're just with yourself, do you do the same thing? Let's say I've got the collar or the leash and I'm trying to do the same thing, or is it good to have someone else assisting as well?
I mean, 9 times out of 10, I'm by myself doing it. So you can do it both. If you have somebody to assist with, especially with a dog like this who has that high drive, because it does become a lot of technical. You got to make sure you're pulling down, make sure you're correcting, make sure he's right in the right position. So if you do have somebody to watch you, because dogs will cheat, especially dogs like this, he'll put his front feet down and still have his ass in the air. That's not a complete down. So you want to make sure the dog is doing exactly what you want them to do before you give that reward. So having somebody as a third person, it always helps.
I see. So again, when I'm putting him down and you pop at a leash, what's going through the dog's mind? What's actually happened? Just so I'm clear. And I think you guys need clarity too. That way you see.
So when he's telling him down, he's giving the motion. The dog is not doing the action that we're wanting. That's where that pop on the shoulder is coming. He should get in his mind that, okay, I didn't get that reward. He keep popping me, and then as soon as he gets into that position, the pops are going to stop. He's going to get rewarded. So we want him to understand that the down position means to get into this, and if he doesn't get into this, he's going to get some type of correction and he doesn't get his reward.
Got it. All right, let's see if we can do this. People. Mind you, I suck at this kind of stuff. I did it with the treat thing. This right here, I know it wows him up too much, but we got Stan here who's making me feel a little bit safer. A little safer going through this. Down. Down. How would I do?
Stand up and tell him
Free. Good boy.
So it's just going to take a little bit of conditioning to the dog. I didn't even have to pop him on that one. He went into it on his own. So ask him again. We'll do it without.
Sit. Down.
Say nope.
Down. So in this particular situation too, he's reacting to what he wants, not what you want. So you see that flinch, he's like, oh, I'm about to get, nah, you don't get it, bro. Because you didn't get your other word. He knows what the word is. If I say the other words, he knows he can have it, which is why he ain't biting it right now and it's in his face. So he understands what I expect of him when this is in my hand, unless I say so. But he also don't understand the down completely yet, which is my fault. It's not nobody's fault. It's just that's what we're here doing. We're learning, right? Down. See?
And he's seeing what he can get away with. Is this close enough? Nope, that doesn't get you that reward. And you can let him know that he is messing up too. So if I'm working with Boots and he doesn't do something right, it's nope. And then reset him. Oh, there you go. And then reward.
Free. Good boy.
So right now Trevor's bending all the way down, and I call that about 100% helping on the down. So you want to try to start getting about 25% less, 25% less, 25% less, until the point where you're standing up and you can just give that hand signal to them down. one thing you can do is when he really starts understanding that down, is you can toss that tug. So
let him get it there.
That prey drive, you're using what he wants
now,
to your advantage.
What all dogs, and we not know this off top, but there are only not every dog has prey drive, people.
No.
So, but the pit bull or anything rooted in terror, a lot of times, it was created, it's an earth dog. It was created to go and tear some stuff up or do a little hunting, gutting, whatever. So, talk about a little bit about prey drive and how to manage that in a house.
Yeah. So prey drive is basically the dog going to hunt prey, which is antelope, all of these different things that they would have had to catch, rats, everything they would have had to catch in the wild. So fast motions, a lot of movement are going to trigger that prey drive. So when you're in the house, you got to get your dog used to all of these things. So one thing I'm doing with Boots is I got 3 daughters, so they're always running around and screaming, and he has a lot of prey drive because he's a herding dog, and that's what they were bred to do, is herd. So I've been putting him on his placemat with the tether so he can't get off of that when they're running around and screaming. So he starts to learn to be around these triggers and these drivers without reacting. But when I do give him permission, where I say watch him or eat or his alert command or anything like that, I want that to trigger that drive in him. The same thing that Trevor has done with Ego whenever he tells him to work. That is his trigger to let all of that prey drive out. So whenever he says that, he knows he can move and get active. So try one more time with the down. Out. So give him a little tap. Oh, that works.
I like the patience that, for me, and mind you, he's right. A little tap, it's gonna tighten him up. But as I said about the American Bully specifically, they're a timid dog. So in my experience, you get too much and they get too itchy and antsy, right? And then you have a whole new behavior to manage, kind of like somebody who's reactive in a sense. And he's not reactive, but he's not even 2 years old. And someone asked me a good question about the alpha male. Well, hey, is Ego the alpha? I said, no. I said, there's a point where the dog crosses over and you know what the dog's capable of, right? And that dog's car reactive.
You need some training?
There you go, brother. $100 an hour.
Right?
So
discount.
Exactly. So you go, hey, how do you create an alpha? That's a whole nother process. But the alpha's the most confident dog on your yard, and he don't kill nobody, but he'll set them straight. And so even I'll have Chris Moore do it one time. He said he was out the country, and he has a dog named Ocean. And 2 of the bulldogs got in a fight, and Gene was trying to break it up. He could hear it. He's got the speakers and whatnot, the security system. So he says over the thing, while being out of the country, let Ocean out. He'll break the fight out. So imagine a dog coming out, breaking up a fight, you putting the bulldogs up, and him never hurting either one of the dogs. But they feel the energy. They feel that this joker's the law. And them saying, look, we better go about our business, because if he get in here, we're going to have a problem on our hands. That right there, in my experience, that's at year 3 maybe, going into year 4 and some change, where the dog and you have a clear understanding. The dog's got the utmost confidence. So imagine the bully who they not breeding to be, oh, the dog's confident. No, it's not. No, it's not. The dog can't even, most of the dogs can't even swim. And so somebody messed up. Eagle was almost drowned one day over back here and trying to swim down. Somebody's like, I didn't think the bully was designed to swim now. They're and they top heavy, a bunch of not so great things. So I'm gonna finish with this down. We'll talk about alphas in another video. Hey, now. Work.
So the more you do it, the easier it is for him to get into this position. So one thing that I would do is before you feed him, have him down for his food.
We feed him in lifted bowls, but we'll have him down.
Well, no, down before he gets it. So have him before he goes in the kennel. So down, change the routine up just a little bit.
Last point that I'm gonna make on this too is some people don't understand. The more you can ask your dog to do a lot of stuff and everything that you do. So that's a good point. Some people just gotta start throwing the ball. The dog will bring it back, but that don't mean he have a recall. That does not mean he has a recall, because if there was no communication or expectation or understanding, you just throwing the ball with your dog. If I throw the ball, he not only need to bring it back, but we need to make sure he sits every time. And guess what? Tron sometimes have 20 heels. That should be 20 sits. 20 opportunities for you to continue to work on you and your dog's communication. If Ego wants to bite on the pillow, or Stan just pointed out, hey, if you're feeding him, even in the lifted bowl, make him down before he eats. then he can raise up. So stay tuned, take care of your dogs, people. You saw a progressive process of me getting him into a down per se, and that just means I got more homework to do, which is the beautiful thing. Now he's in a down. See what I'm saying? My dog won't listen. That joker go down when he won't.
So then you also put about a 21-day time limit on it.
Habits, right?
Yeah. To create that habit and start trying to help him less and less. So you're here now, try to get to here when you're asking him to down, and then you go up and up and up, and then to the point where you say down, and if he don't do it, he don't get it.
There you go.
That one
goes
and done.
up.
That one and done.
Goes up. Stay tuned, people. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share.